Hey everybody, sorry, I'm just finishing up one thing here. Putting a poll out there for what you guys think is going to happen next month. There we are. Okay. We'll see how it goes. Hope you guys are all having a good day. I know some of you guys messaged. I think Fat Buddha was one. Somebody just messaged before I sent that. Hey, Burning Daylight. I appreciate it, my man. I hope all is well. For the most part, things are going okay. I'm a bit tired here. It's big holiday weekend type stuff. I did get my lights today, my LED lights for like studio quality lights. So I will be setting that up later on tonight. And so tomorrow I can start pumping out some content. We're going to do a little bit of like, updates about Bitcoin and stuff. That'll be more the daily stuff. But then I'm also going to throw in some tutorials in there, much shorter tutorials. And right now we're just going to be going over like organization patterns that are very crucial and things like that. So it should be pretty fun. Hey, Thomas, Bitcoin to 30K. Bitcoin has to break down before it even gets close to 30,000, my man. Like it has to break down below this white trend line here. Hey, Monica, good evening, good evening. Hope you guys are, hope you, Monica, are having a very, very good night. Let's see what's going on here. I'll wait for a few more people to pop in. It's a Friday night and a holiday. I don't expect many people to actually want to be watching the stream tonight. I expect most people are probably partying and getting drunk or whatnot. And I can't blame them. Hey Rahabali, and hey Jay, what do you call it, with that new COVID variant going around, who knows if we're gonna have to go into some other stupid lockdown, so we'll have to wait for that one. So if you guys have a partying, sweet tooth, so to speak, you might want to get that out of the way. And hey Justin, hey Jay, how's mom? She's doing okay. So we took her to the doctor. The doctor asked all the questions. We told her what's going on with my mom. They put some tests down, or they ran a whole bunch of tests on her, like a couple x-rays on her chest, one on her shoulder, and she has an infection, but nobody knows what the infection is. And they say because they have the high white blood cell count, which usually is, means the body is fighting an infection. So they're trying to find out where the infection is right now. So they ran a whole bunch of tests. They probably won't know for a couple days. And then once they know, I'm probably gonna take my mom to the hospital for a few days, where they can give her like the antibiotics. And so she'll be set after that, I think. But it could be better with my mom. But at least she saw the doctor. At least the doctor has a plan, and we can go forward from that one. Let's see. Hey Thomas, but it shows all signs of bearishness. Remember, it's still in a bull market, my man. Look, see the trend line. Once it breaks down below that one, then you can start thinking of how far it's going to come down. 30,000 is way down here. It'd have to break down below all these major levels of support. The one thing that's bad for Bitcoin right now is we have this little bit of a double top pattern, which means we could potentially fall down past this line, and then we're gonna have to fight with the 200 daily moving average. Then that's where we're gonna be a little bit more like, now we could start hitting some lows or something like that. Hey Mehor, hope you're having a very, very good evening or morning wherever you are as well, my man. Let me go over here. Okay, guys, but yeah, nothing. I'm still not too concerned. If this happened without the COVID news last night, I'd be much more kind of like, oh, what the heck happened here? Was it just a bunch of shorts or what? But it looks like, here, let me find the news for you guys. Let's pull up here very fast. New COVID. Apparently, it's in South Africa. Oops. Oh, that's a shame. Closed everything down. There we go. There you go. We can just go to CNN. And one thing here. There you go. So, Omicron, a new COVID-19 variant. Oh, I don't care. No, you don't get to. I'm not going to use ads. They already have ads, and I have an ad blocker. But yeah, a new COVID-19 variant with high numbers of mutations sparks travel bans and worries concerns. So, within a few days, like UK has already decided they're not locking down, but they're going to cut off all travel to South Africa and a few other countries. The United States is doing the same thing. I'm surprised about that one because, back in the last administration, everybody was critical about him doing the shutting off the things for the other countries. So it'll be interesting to see how, if Biden really goes through with it or not. But it seems like a lot of countries are starting to, block, have travel bans with South Africa and the countries surrounding South Africa. So it's not just South Africa here. But that's why you saw the entire market go down today. There we go. The Dow is down 500. The NASDAQ down, 2.5%, 2.2%, 2.2%. The whole market was pretty much blood red except for Pfizer. And that's because, you know, because everybody's expecting Pfizer to come up with some type of, they might get some more money, basically, some more money. There's a chance of it. Anything else really doing anything? Moderna up to 20%. DHR, some of the diagnostics, yeah. So you know, there were some key plays you could have had. Netflix up a teeny bit, and Take-Two Interactive Software up 3%. So there was a little bit of money to be made, but look at this. The majority of people lost a bunch of money in the market today. A bunch of people probably offloaded a whole bunch of bad calls, options, and stuff like that because we don't know what's going to happen Monday. You know, anything actually have a really bad day compared to anything else? No. So everything kind of had a bad day all around. People just kind of took some money off the table. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, but right now Bitcoin's fine. You can see it stopped right here on the Fibonacci level, trying to bounce back up. We'll see where it goes next. But now we have this one, so the next Fibonacci level is going to be somewhere down here at 49,000. If we do break down below this white line, that's where we're going to stop next. Hopefully we don't do that. There is another Fibonacci option right here as well, and that one is going to be closer to, let's see, around like 50,000 or so, 50,700 or so. So that could be where we stop, and it looks like it would be right around here at this trend line as well. So hopefully we'll be able to survive that one. And then what else do we have here? Yeah, for now that's what we're worried about, just breaking down below this white line. If that happens, then we're going to break out of this bullish market. We're either going to start going down even harder, or we're going to start going sideways. We'll have to wait and see. But there could be a little bit of panic, but I'm not too worried as of now. All right, now let's take a quick peek at everything else kind of popping around here. This is definitely going to be a shorter stream tonight. And hey, Travis, hope you're having a good night, my man. So let's see what Dogecoin is doing. Dogecoin is actually still riding this trend line down here. You can see it had a little bit of a dip today. This thing's heading all the way back down to the lows that we had all the way back in July. Dogecoin's being a little I wouldn't recommend. I mean, you can buy some if you want to, but this thing is pretty much just not looking what you want to see out of a winning play, so to speak. So if you're buying this, you're gonna be looking to hold this for a while. And I would say if it breaks down below this low point right here, around 16 cents, just sell it, because by then the floor is gone, and that could possibly come all the way back down to 8 cents or so, and that's where you just want to get rid of it. For now, you can keep on holding it. I'm still holding mine here, but if it drops down below 16 cents, I'm just going to cut my, well, I guess they're not losses, cut my lost profits and move on. Let's see, Ethereum. Still grinding in this downtrend. Doesn't look too bad here. I mean, it's still at, what, over $4,000? This still seems fine to me, and it seems like it's going to hold above this trend line for now. Matic had a weird little day the other day. It tried to break out. That didn't do nothing because of this Bitcoin drop here yesterday. If Bitcoin didn't drop, I think Matic would have tried to break this high right up here at $2.23, which would have been pretty fun. ADA on the verge of a breakdown here. ADA's had some bad news in particular, so a lot of people have just been selling it off because they don't want to deal with it in the future. eToro and possibly others are looking to, well, they're going to stop. They're going to take it off their exchanges due to regulatory concerns, as they put it. XRP just broke down here. So this isn't probably good to hold. Let's see. Yeah, BitTorrent broke down a while ago. We talked about that one. Ethereum Classic broke down a while ago. You can see how it tapped on this other trend line right here. So hopefully that's able to hold. XLM holding barely. Litecoin trying to hold above the 200 here, but it's really this trend line. EOS coming down here, breaking down. STMX still doing okay. Sol on the trend line. So right now, guys, I would say, well, Phantom, that just looks like a weird chart because it broke down, but then it came rocketing back up, which is a little bit different. SHIB looking like SHIB's on the trend line as well. BSV. The overall market, I mean, Bitcoin looks fine just because of where it's at right now. It still has some levels to protect itself with from. Let me go over here. It still has some support levels here. But I think for a lot of altcoins, they're in kind of a pickle here. So what I would say is if you wanted to buy right now, it's more of a medium to high risk, just because we don't know if we're going to fall down another Fibonacci level. I'm going to, the positions I bought around this buying level over here that you can see this like, not necessarily buying level, but the support level. The ones I've been buying here, I'm going to continue to hold these until we potentially break down below this white line. But you guys want to be careful if you guys are buying right now. just because I don't know how bad this COVID news is going to get. And this was a direct result because of, that big old COVID news, and shorts took full advantage of it. So yeah, I'm content to hold my positions, but right now I'm kind of, I'm kind of watching to see how everything happens, to see if this COVID stuff will continue to drag on and bring Bitcoin's price down as well, just like it did the regular stock market today. Oh, thanks, Ghost. I appreciate it. Hey, Rose Scotcher, did you hear Dogecoin will have a huge short squeeze? I hope it does. I hope it does. That'd be fantastic for a lot of us, because I'm getting ready to toss my Dogecoin aside and move all that profit to somewhere else. Let's see. And hey, Travis, XTM. Yeah, let me take a quick peek at it. Oh, wait, no. It was XTM. Yeah, XTM. Torah. If you're going to be buying it, this looks like the time to be buying it. But I want to see if I can find it here. I just want a little bit more of a... I need a little bit more data, and unfortunately TradingView doesn't give it to me. Okay. Yeah. So this is breaking out right now. That's what you're seeing. Yeah, this would be an okay play. I mean, you would have a price target right around here at about, if I can get my pointer there, around $2, just $2.08 or so, which is, maybe a cool 20% or something like that. So that'd be your first price target. If you think it can go to all-time highs, you can also go up to like $2.32 or somewhere around there. But I think this is fine, only because it's having a breakout and it's managing to actually come up a little bit as Bitcoin's going down. So I think this is fine for a play here. And the market cap is only 75 million. That makes it a lot easier for it to get pumped up. That makes it a lot easier for it to get pumped up here with it, when it doesn't have such a massive market cap. I just wish I could do more on this chart here. If you wanted to hop in here, it's now just breaking out. You could try to buy it if it pops above the 50 moving average right here. Now there's a moving average there. I just, since it's so new on KuCoin, I won't have it for a while here. But maybe if it pops above $1.93. But if you buy it right now, you probably want to have a stop loss. If you want to be more, not so strict, $1.43. If you wanted to have a tighter stop loss, you'd probably want to have something around $1.65 or so for 10-cent loss or 10-12 cent loss. There we go. Let's see. Litecoin, yeah, Litecoin's doing fine at the moment. If I can just find it. There we go. Oop, wrong one. Hold on. Bitcoin right back up here. We can go for the 1 second chart just so it looks a little bit nicer. And then for here, we'll go to Litecoin. So Litecoin could potentially come all the way down here to maybe 178 or so before trying to bounce back off. You can see it's in an overall pretty nice uptrend here. If Bitcoin breaks down below its uptrend, though, that's when you're going to see Litecoin having some issues. So I would say I wouldn't really be buying much right now just because of the COVID news. But I would say if you do want to have a stop loss and if you just really want to get out of it just to protect yourself, your stop loss would be somewhere around like $173 or something like that. For now, though, I'd probably hold just because it isn't still in this uptrend here, and Bitcoin overall is still in an uptrend. So what we've seen happen before is all the altcoins break down, then Bitcoin rallies back up, and it just naturally just pulls all the other altcoins up. So that's what I'm looking for at the moment. But right now, I'm going to be very very cautious about what I'm buying until I hear more news about exactly what this variant is and if the vaccines are going to work against the variant. How well the vaccines are working for the variant. Because if we have to start going back into lockdowns and do all this stupid crap all over again, there's going to be a lot of unrest. A lot of unrest. So that may cause a little bit of chaos in the markets, both crypto and the stock, regular investing markets. But for now, yeah, be careful. It's fine. Just be careful with that 200 daily moving average and see what happens from there. Let's see. Hey, Justin. So Doge is dead if it breaks down. It's not necessarily dead. But I mean, I wouldn't find, I would just want to move my money somewhere else at that point. Like normally I want my money in something that's growing or that has a chance of going up sometime soon. At least when it's that much money, I have like 80,000 coins that I bought back at like 0.024. It's quite a bit of money. I still want to be able to recoup some of that. And I sold half of it at 50 cents, but I still want to make sure I get a profit out of all that money. Let's see. Hey, Chef, bro, I want to hold my calls till today, and I lost all profits. I accumulated and then some. Hey, man, I'm sorry, dude. Hey, Chef, these are just like natural things. It looks like you were doing well, and it just happens that the market kind of messed up. If any expire next week, maybe you can get a little bit of a rebound on Monday, which might help them out a little bit. Then you can just exit out of them. That might be your best bet. Or you could have probably sold some today. Either one was probably an acceptable choice just because of this like crazy news. Nobody was expecting something like this to happen, like this new COVID news. The only thing is right now, so right now we don't know much about it. We know it's a new strain of COVID, and it's going to be we're going to see how it reacts. But what the news is going to overhype this for ratings, and when they do that, the market will probably get hurt a little bit. So just take a break, relax. It happens to everybody. I lost money. I had calls when COVID originally happened. I lost a few grand. I totally understand it. Just relax and don't stress about it. There's nothing you could have done to change that outcome. Like there's nothing. You did everything right. The market just sometimes hits you, beats you down. You'll survive. Don't worry about it. Hey, Steven. Hey, man, it's been a while. Happy Thanksgiving from your friend here in Canada. I hold a big bag in ADA. Thoughts? So ADA has been breaking down. I sold all of my ADA only because of that news we were talking about a little bit earlier. So ADA is getting removed off of eToro platform, and it might be removed off of other ones because of how they're quoting it as regulatory concerns. So the United States might be placing some regulations that don't fit with ADA. So that means they may be taken off of some exchanges, which will probably hurt the price quite a bit. So that's why I sold. Yeah, that's personally where I sold. You could still hold on to it if you want to see if altcoin season comes. But right now, everything's kind of in a limbo because of what's been happening with this new COVID variant that's kind of driving everybody crazy. But yeah, so I sold. I know Secret Fish sold, if that means anything to you. Ghost sold hers. It's just a pickle. I don't want to have to worry about another news thing coming out like, oh, now Binance is delisting ADA. Now Robinhood is delisting, or I don't think Robinhood has it, but somebody else is delisting it, because that'll keep dropping the price over and over and over again, which will not be a fun thing to see at all. Hey, Young Super. I think once Christmas or New Year's is over, everything will shoot up. I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. Bitcoin can break down below that white line and still go up to all-time highs in December, but it would just be a really big bummer thing because then the technicals get all freaked up and whatnot. It would really require the whales to kind of save us at that point, which happens quite a bit if you haven't been watching as much as I have. And hey, Travis, you brought it up because you wanted to, it's one of those Metaverse coins that hasn't popped yet. Ooh, that'd be pretty interesting. The one thing that's been surprising to me is my BGB has been going up for some reason. You guys know I bought that Bidget token. Let me see, or BitGet token. Let me see if I can pull it up right here. Spot. There you go. So I've been buying it down here, and it's like, it got close to breaking out if it wasn't for Bitcoin. So I'm still watching this right now. I'm still holding mine. But it's been definitely an annoyance to not be able to see this thing pop. And this thing's only at like a $38 million market cap, and I bought mine at $33 million market cap. So it's starting to move up a little bit. So I'm pretty excited to see where that one goes. But that's not a Metaverse coin. Let's see. Hey, Armis. Right now, Bitcoin's still fine in my eyes. The only way I'm going to start getting concerned about Bitcoin is if we start getting closer to this trend line right here. For now, I'd recommend not really buying anything. Just kind of sitting on your hands and waiting. If you want to sell some stuff just to be safe, or you want to reset your positions, feel free to do that. But what the heck? Something like that for now. But until we kind of figure out what's going on with COVID and all the news coming out, I just want to make sure that COVID isn't going to drag the price down, even if we overall, before this, we were doing fine. We were holding. We managed to hold just fine with a little bit of a double bottom. But with that COVID news, you can see how we just broke through that bottom really, really hard. I'm pretty sure there's like tens of millions of dollars shorted. And you probably saw a lot of longs liquidate their positions in order to protect themselves here. So everybody's waiting for another buying opportunity. And hey, I hope everything's good. For the most part, I went help my mom go to the hospital today. She might be going to the hospital this weekend though. She got some stuff checked out, so we're waiting for the paperwork to come back. Let's see. Hey, have a good night, my man. Let's see. Oh, hey, everybody. Oh, yeah, hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, that's my bad. When I did that weird little thing with all my screens turned off, it shut all this crap down too. Let me see what I can do here. There we go here. There we go. All right. Let's see. Hey, Sean, happy to see my man. So I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything here. Rad, I can check Rad for you very fast. Radical. It's up 61%, so this is going to be a YOLO play or a very high risk play at the moment. Let me see. We already broke out. Yeah, I mean, it's at support right now. It's at resistance right now. So I'd say be careful of this one. It probably has a few more, probably has plenty of hours left until this closes right now, but I'd say be careful unless you just want to toss some money and start day trading. If you wanted to start day trading, maybe a 30-minute short, no, maybe a 15. Yeah, if you wanted to start day trading on this, you could, but I'd wait for it to come back down a little bit before trying to ride some waves. Looks like right now you're probably going to want to short this thing more than go long on it because of this massive run here. A nice run, but right now this isn't really the time to be buying. Unless you want to play a little bit of a cup and handle here on the 15. That could be a chance. That'd be the way you'd want to play this at the moment. Maybe if it comes down a little bit more, that could be a cup and handle play. That'd be kind of nice, but let me see if I can go to 5. Yeah, this could try to be a cup and handle here. I wish it would have come up a little bit more though, but as long as it doesn't come below maybe like 1950, you should be okay. But be careful of this one for now. It looks like it wants to come down rather than come up. But hopefully if there's enough volume in here, they could try to perform a cup and handle play. Hey D's, we got hit by the Delta variant, but recovered in about a month. Yeah, but you know, the media is going to overblow this thing again. And it depends on where you are in the country. Like out here in Washington, I still have to wear a mask wherever I go. It's really freaking stupid. But like I have a friend in Philadelphia, and when I went to go visit him for his wedding back in September, they don't have masks everywhere. They only have masks in certain areas. And so I can see this you know, them trying to like spread a little bit of fear for ratings again. Because for the most part, I don't think there's been anything exciting happening in the news lately. So. Hey, thanks, Sherry. I appreciate it. And no worries, Fat Buddy. There's going to be a lot of people that have bags right now. I mean, this was some pretty, you know, shitty, crappy news, whatever you want to call it, because of this, you know, this new variant coming out. They're trying to make it sound really scary with all these mutations. I just want to know if it's more lethal. If it's more lethal or more contagious, then that's something to be concerned. I don't really care about the mutations. I care about if this thing is going to kill more people, or you know, make the government feel like they need to extend all these COVID protocols, you know, which I think already past due, so to speak. So I'm waiting to see how all that type of stuff affects the markets and affects me personally. Let's see. Hey Jack, he has a video saying it was going down to 53, 54 a week ago before this news. Oh yeah, I know, but I always tell you guys the options here. Now, I'm never going to tell you guys Bitcoin's going here or Bitcoin's going here, but I can definitely tell you, like, if Bitcoin's in this downtrend and it looks like it wants to come down here. But you know, I will never tell you guys, like, I don't want you guys trading off of what I say unless it's, you know, you guys do, but you know what I mean. Let's see. I just try to give you guys the best information I have possible. But I second guess myself a lot, guys. And that's why I say I'm not the perfect guy when it comes to trading. I just try to give you guys some of my knowledge. Because everybody was telling me earlier in the month when we were over here, or even over here, Plan B says we're going to $98,000 this month. Plan B says we're going to $98,000 this month. And I told you guys we have an opportunity. Oh, I didn't say 98,000. I said we have an opportunity to go to 75,000, maybe even 85,000 here. But once we took that drop down, I was like, that makes it a lot harder to, you know, to go up there. So, you know, I do my best, but I'm glad I was able to hopefully save a little bit of people some money here. I got them in my garage. I told you guys I got those studio lights from my living room now. So what I'm going to be doing, pretty sure my dog has gotten into something he's not supposed to get into. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I'm sorry about this, but I feel like my dog got into like a bag of like garbage or something, because I can hear him rustling through stuff, and he has nothing he's supposed to be able to rustle through. So I'll be right back, guys. It'll be like less than a minute. So sorry. I'll be right back. I'll turn the music up for you guys though. All right, I'm back and I got Loki. Yeah, he was trying to get into some Thanksgiving leftovers. He ran back into the kitchen. All right, let's see what's going on right here. Hey, Sherry Gala. Yeah, I can take a quick peek at it. All right. Yeah, personally for me, I'd be holding off on this one. Usually after you see it kind of spike so much, and in this instance, it spiked up about 840%. What I usually expect it to do is drop down quite a bit and then possibly have a bounce play. For now, what I'm looking at this one is the same as we saw with SHIB and Dogecoin when it first broke out a long time ago. I want to see it tap on the 20-day moving average before I even look to buy on Gala, personally. That's what I'm going to be looking to buy. Until then, there's not really many support levels it has. You can try to do a short-term one off of the 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart. That one can be quite reliable as well, so this might be an opportunity if you wanted to play this one. And with how this is looking at the moment, you could possibly see a candle bar spiking up to all-time highs here, maybe. So I'd be looking to buy it as it approaches the 20-day. If it falls down below the 20-day moving average, just sell it and move on. It'll make your life a lot easier. You can retry on the 50 down here, okay? The 200, I wouldn't really try because 200 is all the way down here at 19 cents, which is like a crazy amount down. Maybe if it comes up a little bit more in the future, though. On the 1 hour here, you can see it's not even relying on these. It kind of hit the 50 here, but it's not really doing anything really good. You already missed the opportunity to kind of play that bounce. You said the next time it happened, it doesn't do it. Usually it's good for one bounce and that's it. This is one of those weird random facts that I find out. You can see on the 2 hour, it didn't even do anything. Usually it only works in the first one. Sometimes it works for multiple ones. I think you might be able to see something like that with SHIB actually. Let me remove all the drawings. See, one bounce, second bounce, not so much. It happens a lot like that when you're trading some of these high volatility ones. But these bounces usually give you some good yields. You can see within 1 day after hitting the bounce here, I won't even go all the way down to the bottom, just here from this the line. It went up about 32%. That's a pretty good daily return right there. So that's what I'd be waiting for Gala. I'd probably, well, I definitely would be all out of my position and just waiting to see what happens next. And again, there's two ways you could do this. You could wait for it to hit the 20-day moving average, which usually yields that big pop. Or if you want to, you can try to see if it'll hit, if it'll pop off this 20 on the 4-hour. This is a good opportunity to try. You see, volume is still fairly strong. So if you can get a big old pop there off the volume, that'd be a good sign right there. And you didn't see it. It hasn't had like a terrible couple days because of Bitcoin. It's been doing all right by itself. It's been doing all right. Hey Sean, science of the past always said that every new mutation of a virus generally meant it was going to be more contagious but less severe. I hope it's less severe. I don't care if it's contagious. I mean, freaking everybody's going to get something. Mild reaction in South Africa, Travis. That's good. I really don't want like fear to spread in the markets. That's going to really be a bummer here. Less deadly but more contagious. I am perfectly happy with that one. Because whenever I look at CNN or MSNBC or Fox News, whatever it is, they're always showing the death counts and stuff like that. So I think that's all that people care about. Let's see. Hey Jack, it's vaccine resistance. I'm still waiting to see if they have that. I saw the news today and it says, or at least our doctors, I don't know about anybody else's doctors, but they're saying, dude, you gotta relax. They're saying they don't know yet, so I'm waiting to see what happens there. Let's see. Hey, no, a 2-day run at 98K. That's something I would appreciate. Let's see. Loki needs a safe spot. No, he's just all over the place. He has too much energy today. It's been too rainy and wet for me to take him out to the dog park. So that's what he's hoping for. Hey, Prode, my man. Hey, Lewis Coach. I don't have a short squeeze chart for Dogecoin. No, I do not. When people say short squeezes like that, I don't trust people like that have those types of short squeeze charts. All I can look at is I can wait for Dogecoin to have a breakout. Every breakout is going to be a good breakout for Dogecoin. Then we look at which levels it has to break in order to, continue going up. But for the past few months now, Dogecoin has had nice pops, but it always comes back down. Always comes back down. It needs to break that cycle before I really feel excited about it, especially since I already own some coins and I'm just holding on to what I already have. Hey, time lapse shoot. As 300 million liquidated and so many people have made new positions, what do you think? I think it's fine. I mean, like overall, I still think Bitcoin's in a good position here. Now, if we come down a little bit, I'm still not overly concerned. I just want to see that this trend continues. If it takes longer to get to 99,000 or 100,000, I can be patient enough to kind of watch this happen. But I don't want to see us kind of have this big shoulder, this big head, some dumb shoulder over here, then crashing back down, like that. That's what I don't want to see. Right now, it seems like a shoulder, a head, and like possibly coming up to another shoulder here pretty soon. But this shoulder we'd have to drop all the way down to like 41,000, and then spike up a little bit more, and then come down, and that's where stuff would get really tricky. So, but for now, I don't see that happening until we break down below this line right here, this trend line, and even then we might have a new trend line that sets us up. But I'm hoping we can just stay above this trend line, keep marching on, and be nice and happy. Here for a second, guys. What I prefer to see is us just break above this trend line, not necessarily just shoot up, of course, but I want us to at least go sideways for a little bit, so gaining some steam here, so we can shoot up eventually. Usually, it happens at a random time when whales decide, but for now, I just want to see us go sideways. I don't even care if we go up. I just want to see us go sideways until we have a chance to pop up. And this is more of like this. This is like early December. I still think early December is going to be the time where we have a good amount of volume or volatility coming in. Until then, I'm just being patient and watching Bitcoin, but it's getting starting to get to that boring level where we just have to wait for something to happen here. Oh, this is a 4-hour. The good thing is this Fibonacci level held beautifully, absolutely beautiful. Hey, Ghost Bat. Let me see. Let's try KuCoin. Okay, good. Now we're looking at all these coins. I want to make sure I can actually give you one that has the full chart on it. Oh, this is interesting. I mean, it hasn't broken out yet. It's trying to break out here. Has on the 19 hours before this candle closes. Looks like it was doing fine until Bitcoin kind of messed up the party. I think this would be worthy of a smaller position. You could try to buy right now if you wanted to. What's this price right now? 146. Let me see if there's anything actually happening on the 15 or anything like that. Tried to have a breakout, it failed. If you bought right now, I'd probably have a tight stop loss at 140, or you could have a little bit more, a larger one at 132. But right now it seems okay. It is in this downtrend here, which doesn't look too hot. Maybe you'd want to actually wait until it pops above this, right? If it breaks out above that one, I'd feel much more encouraged to actually buy this. But overall, I think it's fine. Now, you're not going to be holding it for some type of crazy move back up here to 184. You'd be holding it to see if it can get back up to maybe the 160s or maybe the 170s, and then I'd be out of the position by then, unless you wanted to leave some in an open position just to kind of ride it out and see if it goes up even higher than that. But just because of what Bitcoin did, this thing kind of shot back down. I don't think it's going to necessarily just start skyrocketing the next day. I think that people are going to be, there's a lot of bags up here that need to be sold off. So I think it's going to be a little more of a grind. You might get back up to the 150s or the 160s. What's the matter? Loki's mad about something. Let's see. Hey, bro, can check out Wayne Golden Cross one-day chart. Do you think we can see this mooning? Loki, you need to use the bathroom? He's sprinting around. What are you doing? Okay, hold on, guys. I'm gonna get him to use the bathroom very fast. Golden Cross happened a while ago. It had a spike after that Golden Cross. It broke down because of Bitcoin though, so be careful with this one. I'd say probably not probing for the pure fact that it just broke down here. I mean, it just broke down. If you wanted to buy some today, you have an opportunity to, but this would be more of a day trade because Bitcoin's looking to kind of come back up here a little bit and recoup some of those losses from yesterday. It might start climbing up here pretty soon. So I think a lot of positions that you guys would want to be buying, now is the time if you wanted just to trade it for like half of a day or something like that. You can see we're already starting to curl. We're already above the 200 here on the 15, and we're getting closer. We're above all these 30-minute. We're getting closer to the 50 right here, which is probably a bigger one here. So if we keep on gliding up here and break above this Fibonacci level, I think it's an okay opportunity for you guys to be buying a bunch of different coins, and you guys will do fine. When it comes to something like Wink, I think it could have a nice little rebound only to get back above the 50-day moving average here. But I don't know. I don't think this thing's going to necessarily go parabolic unless Bitcoin gets back on course here, or at least goes sideways. But remember, this thing just broke down, and usually when stuff breaks down, I usually avoid it because that's when people usually open shorting positions. The only reason you haven't seen so many shorting positions on this is because people are still waiting to see what happens with Bitcoin. So kind of a mixed bag. If it was this without Bitcoin, I'd be looking to short this personally. But since Bitcoin's probably going to have a little bit of a rise overnight, you could look to buy some of this right now for a short-term play. That's what I'd be looking at. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm so sorry about Loki tonight, guys. He's giving a little whining sign, so I know he has to use the bathroom. I will be right back, and then dude, stop. Yeah, I know you. And then I'll go back to talking about some other coins. All right, sorry about that. Sorry, I had to put my mic back on. I got Loki some heart-shaped treats that he likes, though. There you go, boy. All right. I'll put this on Ethereum for now. Let's see. Hey, Kelly, Dogecoin can definitely go down more if Bitcoin wants to test out this trend line here. Dogecoin can possibly go down to like 17, 18 cents. If it breaks down below 16 cents, I'm probably going to sell my Dogecoin and move on to something else. And then just probably keep some of the money on the sideline in case Dogecoin does go up in the future. I'll have a buy-in on a breakout. So like for me, what I'm looking at right now is this trend line here for Dogecoin. This one looks like it wants to break out here. You can see how it wants to break out. We did have a death cross from Dogecoin right around here though, which was no fun. But right here, we have an opportunity for a golden cross again for Dogecoin, which could be pretty helpful. But right now you're looking at Dogecoin's floor being right around here at 16 cents. If it comes down here, and more specifically, if it breaks down below 16 cents, I'll hop out. I'm only going to hop back into Dogecoin if it does something that I really like it has to have some type of breakout for me to really want to hop back in here, right? Now I'm still holding it right now, but I'm getting, let's see here, hold on. I'm not going to stay in this thing forever. I can put this money to better use. Short-term trend line, this is the trend line at the moment that we really have to break out above. That's what I'm hoping for, but again, there's been so many trend lines that we've broken and nothing's come out of it. So I'm just going to, Loki's running around. I'm going to be patient and see what happens here, but my limit here is about 16 cents. If it starts going below that one, Dogecoin maybe a bunch of money. I'm still going to be happy with selling there after I bought at 0.0024, but I'm just going to move my money somewhere else because this has, like, when I'm in something, it usually has to produce if I have a significant amount of capital inside of it. Otherwise, I'm just losing out potential gains in the future because my money is tied up here. But right now, the floor for a Dogecoin is about 16 cents, and it can definitely hit that floor. It already broke down below this support level right here at 19.5 cents. Even though it didn't hold, it's still support at the moment, but it could easily continue going down more a little bit here. I'm hoping, though, since we have this trend line, all we need is one good day and Dogecoin can have a pop up here towards like 26 cents. It'll probably come down after that, but it'll have a nice little pop. It's due for one of those at least. Back to Ethereum. There we are. And back over here. Let's see. Hello, Scratcher. Why is the crypto bubble live stream not working? Oh, nobody watched it, so I had to take it down. I put up the Metaverse coins instead. Nobody's watching that one either, but I think it's just because of the holidays. I'm gonna switch up those Metaverse coins to something else here pretty soon, though. That channel is gonna be just for whatever coin is really pumping at the moment. Hey, time lapse shoot, Michael. I am watching this channel. I am making some good profit. I don't know why I'm telling you, but when I watch you giving level sorry, dog. Level in Bitcoin, it feels like golden words. Thank you for what you're doing. Hey, no, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And I'm hoping with all this new content I'm outside pumping out this weekend. Dude, he is freaking going wild right now. He's trying to kill my shoe. With all this new content I'm coming out with over the next few weeks, I think you guys are going to learn a lot more. I'm going to be going over every single pattern that I know. I'll be going over stuff like Fibonacci levels and stuff like that. But instead of doing it in this format where you guys just maybe see my face and you guys just see a chart like this, what I'm going to do is actually have everything drawn out here like this. I won't have the Fibonacci levels unless I'm doing an actual like tutorial, technical analysis video on Bitcoin. But what I'll have is I'll have whatever I'm looking at, the chart. Let me just go like this. And he's kind of going wild right now. But sorry guys, he just doesn't know what to do. He's just running around. But let's say we're talking about a certain pattern. I'll find that pattern up on a screen like this is a double top or something like that, and I'll explain, how to trade it, when to buy, when to sell for profit, when to sell for not for profit, and I'll probably even tell you guys some scale out opportunities. You guys probably know I do this Forex trading patterns. Not videos. Like this. I'll break down every single one of these patterns for you guys. Every single one. Each video will be about 8 minutes long. Now, I'm not going to be able to pump out a video every day, but I should be able to get like maybe 2 a week or something like that. And I want you guys to master trading these patterns. Because preferably, guys, you guys only want to be buying in at a certain pattern. You know, you don't want to be buying just willy-nilly. You guys want to be buying specifically on certain patterns. That's how I normally trade. Though you can do other stuff as well, like, you know, we can buy off of that Fibonacci level and off of this Fibonacci level where it bounce and stuff like that, of course. But when you guys are first starting off, and for those that come, you know, like the newer people that watch the episodes and streams later on in the future, I want them to have somewhat of a pretty decent foundation. And I'm even building a website. So I'll keep it organized in YouTube, but I will be making a website as well. Oh, I guess I have to log in again. No, that's not mine. Oh, that's a friend's email. Maybe right here. Let's see how this rolls. Nope. Okay, I don't know exactly which email it is. I'll find it later. But basically, it breaks down everything. I even got new logos today. So I got new logos, guys, as well. So my channel, well, it's not going to really like start. Everything's not going to really start until next month. Here is when I formally start hitting the road. But I did get like I got some new thumbnails today. They're okay. I'm gonna stick with them for a while. But I got new thumbnails, like two new logos like this. Michael Whitman Investing. My title is going to be Consistency Matters. I don't know if it's a good one. But yeah, so this is another option. Here's another option. Here's another option. Here's another option. So I got a few different options for the logos, which I'm pretty excited about. And I got some new thumbnails as well, so it's not going to just be Kathy Woods all the time. So I'll be using a lot of those as well, and I'll also be having custom thumbnails for the tutorials as well. So I'm pretty excited about teaching you guys a whole bunch of different stuff. It just seems like every time I'm trying to like not revamp the website, but start pumping out stuff. Unfortunately, like, something happens to my mom, so I'm always kind of like stuck between a rock and a hard place because I want to do this content, and at the same time I have to like I'm probably gonna take my mom to the hospital this weekend when I'm supposed to be shooting all this stuff, and so it's happened like every single time I've tried to revamp it. But I'm thinking this week, even if I have to stay up a little bit late, I'm going to try to record these videos, and maybe I'll just sleep in on a Monday or sleep in on a Tuesday type thing, just to recover some of my recover from lack of sleep, so to speak, or to make sure I don't have a lack of sleep. That's a better way to put it. And let's get the Fibonacci levels back up here. There we go. Okay, perfect. Oh, and those Fibonacci levels are not in the right spot. 69,000. There we go. Okay. That's not in the right spot either. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, no worries, Pro. Happy to help you out. Dove making a small move. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Hey, Little Road Scratcher. When is Bitcoin a golden cross going to happen? Well, Bitcoin already had a golden cross way back over here, and you saw a golden cross. Boom. Right now, there's no. We're going to have a death cross before we have a golden cross. So right now, I'm not too worried about Bitcoin having a golden cross. The golden cross happened right over here, and you saw pop, pop, pop. Right now, you can't rely on that one. You're seeing a bearish cross happening right here as the 20 is moving down below the 50 here. That's a bearish one. It's not as bearish as the 50 over the 200, but it still is bearish here. So I want to see what's going to happen here. We might. If Bitcoin does have a nice rally, it'll be somewhere here in like early or like the first half of December, because that's when it's going to take for the 20 and the 50 to both get down here. You guys had to kind of have to think about this in the future. How do I say this? Like, you guys have to imagine where the blue line and the green line, the 20 moving average and the 50 moving average, where they're going to be in the future, and when does Bitcoin have a good chance of breaking above those lines? Okay, that's what I'm looking at. That's why I keep on saying the early December, because that's how long it's going to take for it to come possibly down here to like $58,000, maybe $57,000. That's going to be somewhere like December 8th area. So I think in the first 2 weeks of December, if Bitcoin does boom, it's going to be right then. That won't happen, of course, if we come down even lower, because that means there's even more time for it to come down. But if Bitcoin manages to stay above this trend line here, that's when the boom is going to happen, somewhere in the first 2 weeks of December. And no worries, Kelly. Hey, Hota, and hey, Nomad Trader. I'm doing good, guys. I'm doing good. A little busy, but I'm doing good. Hey, Timelapse. As per the last dip, it dipped 25% down, and the same pattern is formed. So it's going to be the last dip for the next bull run. I'm hoping. Yeah, I really am hoping. Because I know I told you guys about that 25% dip back down in September. So far, we're down about 22%, 25%, 26% is like right down here at the trend line. So I'm hoping we just come down pretty aggressively. Then when you have a nice big breakout there, again, this will be a really crazy opportunity. As long as the COVID news isn't too bad, I'll be buying at that level quite heavily. And if for whatever reason we end up breaking down or something like that, I'll just sell. I'll take the loss and I'll lick my wound, so to speak. But I think the opportunity is too good for me not to take advantage of here. Yeah, I'll probably, on top of that, I'll probably have some longer term swing plays in mind when I buy it here. So like somewhere, if we can get all the way back up here, I will have some shorter ones just in case it doesn't work out. Because if we dip down below this Fibonacci level, we'll probably come back down here. But this Fibonacci level is going to become a level of resistance for us. So I might buy some right here for a short-term swing play right there. And then if whatever reason, if something happens and we end up coming back down here and breaking down, I would have at least made some profit right here to mitigate some of the losses on that breakdown. But remember, if we break down here, this is still going to be higher. So I should be okay. That's the plan at least. But if I buy here and automatically the same day or the next day it comes down, I would have lost money. Hey, Probin, have I heard of DAO? It's going to be the new alt trend. It's a token driven by communities. I have not heard about that. That's actually pretty interesting, though. You guys know I hopped into that Zero coin right now. So far, it's been like I've lost like 40% of my investment. It's a long-term hold, so I'm not too concerned. And it's a YOLO play, so I've been in rug pulls before at very small levels. So I'm still kind of surviving in it. But it has been interesting because I've been talking to the people in that Telegram group. And we've been discussing a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm learning a whole bunch of stuff about how new coins operate and what, so to speak. But yeah, there's a whole ecosystem and community aspect to new coins that have lower market caps, because there's only like maybe a couple thousand people that hold the Zero coin that I'm holding right now, and everybody's just kind of rooting for its success. Or some people will just kind of put some money there just to see if something happens one day. But there is a strong community aspect to some of these coins, which I really do appreciate. Hey, Discount Killer, hope your turkey day went well. Yeah, it went pretty well. What did I do? I pretty much just kind of hung out by myself and let my family do their thing. I'm normally not a talkative guy. I played with Loki. I had to watch Loki because my grandmother has a Shih Tzu, and Loki was playing way too hard with that Shih Tzu. So the little dog was just trying to bite him all over the place, and he was like, oh. But yeah, so I pretty much just hung out with Loki. I had some drinks, and I just watched football, and then ate with my family. Then went back to watching football. It was pretty nice though. Hey, Discount Killer. Right now, I think the low we're going to probably have is somewhere around here, like 51,000 or so. I think that'd be a good low just because of this trend line we've had. We've had one tap on it, 2 taps, 3 taps, 4 taps, maybe 5 right here with an opportunity to go up even higher. That's what I'm looking at the moment. So probably around $51,000. You look like Wendell Pierce, who does the same character thing in Suits, like he's a lawyer and winning cases and you are winning trades. I try to win trades. Right now I'm down on a few positions here. Overall, I guess I'm up since I bought most of my trades way down here. But there wasn't many people watching the streams back in these days either, so. Most of my views came when Bitcoin was up here for my channel. Views dropped off a cliff just like Bitcoin did. And then I was just buying in these zones, and then I've been kind of selling off certain coins as they've kind of gone up to crazy highs. Some all-time highs, some just kind of came up for nice gains. Oh, there we go. Put this right here as well. Yeah, but so far you're seeing some stuff rally up right now. You're seeing Matic is up 5% right now. You're seeing Doge is up 3%. You're seeing Bitcoin's up 4%, which is nice. EOS is up 2. STMX is up 1.8. So as long as Bitcoin looks okay, guys, you guys could start buying in some short-term positions here. This is Bitcoin on the 5. It's already popped above the 200. It's already popped up above the 20 and the 50 on the 15. About to pop over the 50 on the 30. The 40 still good. The hour still good. So I think Bitcoin's due for a short-term little pop here, which would be pretty interesting. Maybe up to like 55,500. 55, maybe about $1,000 higher than where it is now. If it goes any higher than that, it'll have to start breaking some walls. But for now, I think it's a pretty good opportunity if you guys wanted to do some day trades here. The only thing is it's getting a little bit late compared to where some of you guys are, so some of you guys might be asleep for this opportunity here. Let's go. You okay, buddy? He's just doing some wacky stuff over there. All right. Hey, Ghost, can I look at SHIB? Let me take the fibs off of SHIB. We don't need to worry about that trend line. It already broke down. We don't need to worry about that support. It already broke down. Don't need to worry about that old level. You're about to have a bearish cross as the 20 drops down below the 50 moving average here. It's not as bad as a death cross, but it's still not as good. It's still not a good sign here. Right now it is at support, so this is where you'd probably be looking to buy. You'd probably have a really tight stop loss though, Ghost, if you wanted to buy right here for this breakout. If you bought now, the stop loss would be probably about 5-6% down from where it is now. So that's what you'd be looking at. And then from there, what you need to see happen is you need to see it rise up a little bit today, maybe a little bit tomorrow as well. And on tomorrow's day candle, what'll probably happen is it'll have a nice little spike, maybe up to like above 500 if it wanted to have something really huge like this. And what it'd be looking to do is break above the 50 and the 20 at the same time. Personally, what I'd be looking at here is you could try to hold it longer if you wanted to. The moment it started going above both the 20 and the 50 though, if it did happen in the next few days, I'd be selling about that time whenever you see it getting above those levels and just kind of holding for a little bit. I'd personally get out. If I feel like something bullish could happen again, I'll hop back in, but that'd be the trade that you're doing now. So you'd probably be looking to buy right now at 0.3987, riding it up here for like 25% gains or something like that, and then you would just be looking to sell out of it. And that might take maybe 1 to 3 days, 3 days max here, because it's going to have to grind up here a little bit. But if you wanted to take this position on SHIB, now is definitely the time to be taking this position. And you're going to be risking about 5 to 6% in order to make about 25 to 30% returns here. On the low end of that, probably actually 15%. But still, over 2 to 1 returns at least. Hey, the Scotcher, did Bitcoin golden cross? No, Bitcoin's not going to have a golden cross. Bitcoin already had a golden cross like weeks ago. Hey, Brightest, so is the sky falling? Not yet. So far, I'm still fine with what's happening. I just want to see some of the news that's coming out with this new COVID variant, and I want the market to see the news as well. But it seems like so far, bears haven't done anything crazy to Bitcoin just yet. They're letting it breathe a little bit, it looks like right here. Just letting it breathe here. Hey, Tom, does sand have the potential to go up to $100 to $200? Let me see what the market cap is. That'll actually tell me not really the price here. Now, that market cap would be pretty extreme for something like Sandbox. Maybe if you wanted to hold on to it for a long term, like, decades or so, maybe, yeah, the market cap can get up that huge. Right now, probably not. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen to this coin once Bitcoin goes to all-time highs, because I'm going to think that this coin is going to be taking a big rest for the next couple weeks while people sell off their positions and new people kind of move in and try to get, reorganize themselves. But no, it's not going to hit like a $200 or anything like that. No. Is the Facebook coin DM going to be the next Ethereum? No, I wouldn't say it's gonna be next to Ethereum because Ethereum is more valuable than just, you know, just as an asset. I think it's good because of the, you know, how everything is structured around that fee system there. I do know those other coins working on making better ideas. That's what that Zero coin is working on right now. That's the only reason I really invested it, besides the nostalgia factor. But you know, it probably would be worth buying some of that coin though, just as a long-term hold. If it does belong to Facebook, it could definitely go somewhere in the future. In fact, they might have a coin buyback program or something really ludicrous like that. Hey, Chef. I think you got to see what sectors are going to be hurt most by the market. So if you're wondering like why Cat didn't really fall down too much, well, what does Cat specialize in? Let me just pull it up for you very fast. My dog is all over the place. I'll take him to the... Okay. This has already come down quite a bit over the last few, you know, months. It did drop down about 4% today. So it was a drop here today. But what did they do? Farm and heavy construction machinery and industrials. They didn't do too bad today. They're like, maybe some did like do at 5%, 6%, but the majority of them aren't going to be doing horrible because the only reason they went down is because people just were taking some of the money off the table. But you know, farmers are still going to farm. We still need food during a pandemic, so it just depends on where people are pulling the money from. You might see like here. Hold on a second. Not portfolio. Here you go. Healthcare wasn't that bad. Consumer defensive wasn't that bad. Energy was really bad today. Financials were really bad today. Real estate was really bad. Industrials. Oh, industrials. Oh, yeah, I guess that's manufacturing too in there. Consumer cyclical. Nah, not too bad. Technology down. Basic materials down a little bit. But you see, not too much is taking a hit today. But energy 1 month coming down a little bit here after it's had a very good year. Anything else here? Year to date, energy is still the top. Anything else? Consumer defense is probably like Boeing. Yeah, so overall we're doing fine in the market, but I'm not too concerned about that one. They just don't have too much exposure to what's happening with this COVID news. Today, that big drop in the market, all COVID, and plus it was a half day, which made it even crazier because you know, yeah, it just made everything a little bit more tense. Uniswap, Aave, and Curve are some popular DAO tokens currently. Yeah, I've been looking at those ones. I have some of those coins. I think my Uniswap's probably down though. But yeah, I do have some of those coins for long-term holds. Hey Ken, hey Mike, what makes you bullish on meta coins? Personally, because there's a lot of money flowing into them right now. Also in the future, I think the metaverse is going to be something that's kind of stable and it's going to be profitable. I don't think it's going to be something that is like big as Facebook is trying to make it to be. But I think what's going to be special about the metaverse is there's going to be a virtual world where you can spend cryptocurrencies. And I think some of those virtual worlds are going to be pretty intense. And as technology advances, I think they're going to be poised for like a potential, next stepping stone for gaming. So gaming can have a nice future there as well. Which is why I've been looking at a whole bunch of different gaming tokens or metaverse tokens. Just because if metaverse takes off, you know, if I'm just holding like a few 100,000 coins or some really dirt cheap coin, it can go up a lot in the long run. A lot in the long run here. Yeah, no worries, Chef. Happy to help you out. And hey, Simon, entry for CHR coin. Let me take a peek. Wow, that pretty much got knocked below that 20 here. Oh yeah, I guess that was Bitcoin default though. As far as the entry point, you could hop in right now if you wanted to, in order like for half a day or something like that, and to watch Bitcoin ride up. You're seeing a bunch of coins start to already make some gains back up here. So it's at $1.03 right now. If you wanted to buy right now, I'd probably have a price target of $1.10 or $1.11. That's about a 10% gain you can get back in a day that you'd sell, hopefully. Besides that, I probably wouldn't touch that because what you might see is it come up here, tap on resistance to the 20, and start coming back down the next day. So that's what I would be looking at right now. Since Bitcoin looks primed and it's having an easy time getting back above these moving averages here, I think you could be buying a bunch of coins right now, but I would not be holding them more than a day or two here, and then just taking some of that quick profit for today, most likely, and then just putting out all in the cash and waiting to see what happens with Bitcoin in the future. Hey, Bardis, why would anyone want to spend money on virtual worlds? Because it's fun. I mean, people do it all the time. GTA Online, just people do it. People want to improve the experience of their online gameplay, and an easy way to do that is to spend money on stuff. I mean, it's as simple as that. There are games that have online packages and stuff like that, but yeah, people want to do it. So if people want to do it, there's going to be a market for that. People are going to want to make money off of that. You may think it's weird, but people do it all the time. Like, they really do it all the time. It's like, yeah, people just do it all the time. I don't know why, but they choose to. There are games out there where you pay real money to have fake money in the game. People just do it, and they don't even think of it. They don't even put a second thought into it. They just put money in there and they spend it on whatever they want to. Yeah, it's a crazy world right now. Hey, Monica, CHPT. It was only down at 1.34%. I mean, it did have a breakout here, but didn't really do anything. So I guess you have to adjust a little bit more here. That's a shame. Yeah. Oh no, I guess you don't have to, but yeah. So you want to play the calls on this for December 3rd? You could play it. It's just going to be a little bit more risky with COVID going on right now. This new COVID variant. But overall, if it does have decent or earnings, it says earnings for this one are going to be around December 29th. Let me double check this. December 7th. Okay, well, I don't know why that's a little bit different off right here. But yeah, December 7th. And you see they're reporting December 3rd. Gosh, there's a lot of weird information around this coin here, but you should be fine here. Preferably, I would only want to buy on a breakout here. That's what I'd be looking for. If you're looking to buy like on December 3rd or maybe December 7th, I'd probably only have small positions, because what you'd want to be hoping for is a good earnings report, and then you'd be putting only a little bit of money in there to make you a lot of money. You could put a medium-sized amount of money in here if you wanted to, but just be careful. COVID could make this drop like a rock at any time. Excuse me. So it's fine. You're riding over the 200 moving average. Within the next couple weeks, you're going to be having a golden cross, which is even more bullish here. So you can be hoping that it's going to possibly go up even higher in time. But if you have calls expiring like next week or the week after that, I don't think they're going to get the full advantage of a breakout plus a golden cross. So you might want to wait like a little bit longer, but you could always just try to trade this little bit of a potential breakout right there if you wanted to, or you could specifically try to trade earnings. But if you're trading the earnings report, only a little bit of money popping there. Hey Joshua, people are buying 10K ships in Star Citizens. I heard about that. Yeah, Star Citizen was a big game. I played Elite Dangerous for a little bit of time, but man, I lost too many hours of my life in there. I wouldn't spend $100 on Nikes for my virtual avatar. People would, my man. People would. It's absolutely insane. The same folks like to do microtransactions in games. Yeah, microtransactions are everywhere these days. Hope to see sports games played out in the middle of a room in 3D holographic imagery. That'd be amazing. I mean, I feel like by the time I die, I'll be able to see something crazy like that. You hoping for a run before earnings? I'd be buying the breakout then, and not buying the potential for it to happen. I'd specifically be buying the breakout and not be worried about a potential run up into earnings, because that's just the way I trade. I normally just go off of patterns. I don't trade off of much else here. What you're going to be looking about is we're popping about you're still holding the 200 daily moving average, but you can see right now we're going to get squeezed between the 200 and the 20 here. The good thing for you though is there is going to be a golden cross here, it looks like, but that cross might not happen until like December 8th or something, like well after earnings if they are on the 3rd. There we go. Let me get rid of these Fibonacci level things right here. Logie, he's sniffing carpets. There we go. Yeah, we should be fine. All right. Does anybody have any more questions before I hop off tonight? I'm gonna take Loki outside one more time. Then I gotta go check on my mom here because I'm probably not gonna see her tomorrow unless we get her labs back and I have to go to the hospital or something like that. Because the doctor knows she has an infection, but they don't know what the infection is yet. So gotta run labs and all that other crap. Let's see. Anything else really pumping up right now? Let me take a peek while I wait for one of you guys to have a question. Anchor's doing fine. You could hop on Anchor, Coin, GRT potentially, Mina potentially, Leo potentially, Gala no. Okay, that's fine. So there are plenty of coins you guys can be trading right now. What I would say is just find something that's booming and don't try to find something that's already boomed. Like something that's spiking, feel free to go off of Ocean, but if it starts to teeter, just sell out of it and take your profits. Wow, yeah. The second page has a lot of stuff that's doing okay. This is stuff on the bottom half that's not doing so hot. Let me see. Like 17%, that's not bad. All right. We already talked about RAD. GTC is kind of popping up a little bit. ANT, okay. That's not too crazy at the moment. Let's see. Hey, Corny, thank you. Praise your mom. Hey, I appreciate it a lot. What do you call? Yeah, I hope she gets better here soon. She's stubborn as me, though. Hey, Simon, can we expect any pump or dump in the next few days? Yeah, you can expect one more pump or one more dump. We're basically waiting to see if we're going to come all the way down to $51,000 and try to pop off, or if we're just going to try and hold and go sideways for a little bit of time here. But we are due for some volatility, but, you know, maybe that volatility was taken away because of all this COVID nonsense, right? There you go. 24/7 Loki stream. If I can keep him in one area, probably, but he's all over the place. He's trying to bite the carpet off the floor. But yeah, everybody, I hope to see you guys. I'll stream a little bit tomorrow as well. Then I'll also be posting a video tomorrow, probably, or at least Sunday. And then I will start streaming back up again Monday for you guys. Okay. All of you guys know how my mom is. I'm going to try to do as much work on YouTube as I can this weekend. But of course, if I have to take her to the hospital, I will be with her at the hospital for most of the day, of course. And I'll try to work at night or something like that, with the visitation hours and stuff like that. Okay, everybody. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon, probably, and or probably later in the evening, like maybe 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock Pacific time, because I'm going to take Loki to the dog park if it's not too wet. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. But okay, everybody, have a great rest of your night. I hope you guys all had a lovely, lovely Thanksgiving.